We are living in an incredibly divided world, but we've been through much worse than this. This is not the most divided the world has ever been. Far from it. Everything we are going through today, we have been through before, and we have managed to survive it as a species and as a society. But it seems completely meaningless when we're currently living in such a divisive time. It's hard to hold on to hope when you feel hopeless. It's hard to see all of the positives of a situation when you don't feel like the negatives of a situation are being taken seriously. Every side feels scared. Every side feels hopeless. Every side feels unheard. They feel angry. They feel bitter. They feel silenced. It's a very universal feeling at the moment. It always has been. When things are good, things are good. When things are bad, everything suddenly carries a lot more weight. It's times like these that can actually give people purpose. The state of the world is bad, so what do? You can either drown yourself in hopelessness, or you can throw yourself behind a cause, become an activist, fight for something you believe in, feel like you're making a difference. It's powerful. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily a healthy or beneficial thing. When the state of the world is bad, people feel hopeless, so they need to find something to believe in, regardless of what that belief might be. They'll believe in that thing more fervently than they ever would have in the past, because it gives them purpose and meaning and hope. It gives them something to wake up in the morning for. It gives them something to fight for. But it can also lead to one developing a codependent relationship with the activist group. They feel like the activism is the only thing that gives them purpose or value. So if they were to fall out with the group, or the group was disbanded, or the group was deemed unnecessary, or they were deemed unnecessary, they would feel worthless again. Needing to find something to believe in can also lead to one joining an extremist group that seeks to perpetuate that individual's fear, anger, and hopelessness, and direct those negative feelings towards an enemy. Because as long as there is something to be afraid and angry about, there is a cause to fight for, regardless of how much damage this cause perpetuates. But it doesn't have to be an either-or scenario. We don't have to be driven by desperation and hopelessness to choose either drowning in our hopelessness or fervently taking up an activist cause. Instead, we can be driven by a genuine belief in ourselves and our ability to create meaningful change. We can be driven by the belief that what we say and what we do matters. We can be driven by the belief that change is possible and that our actions can and will make the world a better place. But the only way someone ever gets to this point is if they feel heard instead of silenced, taken seriously instead of mocked, and validated instead of disbelieved. It takes feeling heard and listened to before we ever get to a point of believing in ourselves. That's unfortunately not what is happening on a wider scale. We're not listening to each other right now. We don't hear each other. And yet, every side feels scared. Every side feels hopeless. Every side feels unheard. They feel angry. They feel bitter. They feel silenced. We need to find purpose. We need to find meaning. We need to find hope. We need to find something to wake up in the morning for. We need to find something to fight for. But the most effective way we get there is first when we feel heard instead of silenced, taken seriously instead of mocked, and validated instead of disbelieved. And only when that is fulfilled can we then start to believe in ourselves. Only then can we believe in our ability to create meaningful change. Only then will we believe that what we say and what we do matters. Only then will we believe that change is possible and that our actions can and will make the world a better place. And then we will act upon that belief and make the world a better place. Because we started with ourselves.